140.6. That's the total number of human-powered miles in an Ironman triathlon. I never thought that that number would be so meaningful to me and so important to me in my life. And I hope by the time we're done here today that it will have meaning for you as well. Today I want to take you on a journey that took me from being an overweight, non-athletic, 50-year-old person to an accomplished endurance athlete and multiple Ironman finisher. So for those of you who don't know, an Ironman is a long-distance triathlon. It consists of a 2.4-mile open water swim, a 112-mile bike ride, followed by a 26.2-mile run or a marathon. That adds up to 140.6. It was a transformational journey for me, one that changed my life and that affects everything I do every day in my personal and professional life. So now I'd like to share with you my 3 lessons learned that I think will help you with the 140.6 challenges in your life. So the 3 lessons are around support, control, and community. So let's start with support. We all need support. We all have different versions of our family or friends or other people in our life that support you. And when you're training for an Ironman triathlon, there's literally a whole community of people who support you. So I want to tell you a story about support when I was training for my first Ironman triathlon. So we have something called a halfway to iron, which is halfway through the training program, we go someplace and we basically do a half Ironman distance training. So I'm at this training. I've done all the work up to this point in time. I've done the training, I've practiced hard, I've made all the sacrifices, but I'm still thinking that I'm not going to be able to finish. I'm still doubting myself. I still have confidence challenges. So my confidence had already been shaken, and I already knew, or I already had a sense that I wasn't going to be able to finish this important workout. I finished the swim, I came out of the water, I got on my bike, and I'm now on the bike route, and there's 3 aid stations on this bike ride. And as I'm getting to the first aid station, I'm already thinking to myself, when I get there, I'm going to tell the people there that I want to quit. I'm going to tell them I can't finish, I'm cold, I'm tired, this isn't my day, it's not working out for me. So I've already prepared this talk that I'm going to give them. So I come up to the aid station, and there's like hundreds of people on the course that day, and I'm one of the last ones. They say, "Bobbie, how are you doing?" And I go, "Oh, not so good. I'm cold, and I'm just, I'm cramping, and I don't feel great. I just think that this is not my day. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish." And they say to me, "Okay, here's what we'd like you to do. Why don't you ride to the next aid station, which is about 50 miles down the road, and if you still at that point feel like you can't finish, then we'll bring you in." So I'm a little disappointed that they're going to make me ride to the next aid station, but I do that. So I go down the road, and I'm thinking all along, this is it. No one's going to talk me out of this. I'm going to get to the next aid station. I'm going to tell them I'm done. So I pull up to the next aid station, and they say, "How are you doing?" And I say, "Not so good. I didn't feel great at the first aid station. They asked me to come here. I don't think I can finish today. I want you to take me in." And what do you think they say to me? They say to me, "Why don't you just ride to the next aid station?" Right? Now, I'm a reasonably intelligent person. You would think I would have figured this out by now. But what I didn't know was that my coach had gone ahead to every aid station on that training route that day and had told every person, every volunteer, when Bobbie comes through here today, she's going to tell you that she can't finish. Don't let her quit. So I went to the next aid station and I finished the ride that day, but I am totally convinced that if he had not done that for me, I would not have finished that workout, I would not have done my first Ironman, I would not have had that transformational experience, and I would not be standing here before you today. So I hope that you will think about these 3 lessons and that you will use them in your life to deal with your challenges so that you can create more success for yourself in both your personal and your professional life. And I'll leave you with the Ironman motto, which is anything is possible. And I believe that's true if you have support and you're willing to ask for it, if you know what you can and can't control, and if you have a community of people who can encourage and inspire you to meet the 140.6 challenges in your life.